And Ali, meanwhile, what's the Haley campaign feeling about that uphill that Dasha was talking about tomorrow?
Look, Jose, they have long said that this is a two-person race once they got on the ground in New Hampshire, and now Ron DeSantis effectively made that official. Now it is truly Nikki Haley versus Donald Trump. And while Dasha is right that some of the data suggests that DeSantis voters may go to Trump, I want to introduce you to Ron, who has been patiently waiting here in the cold, but you're from New Hampshire. It's no big deal. And you're someone who was planning on voting for Ron DeSantis until, of course, you couldn't anymore.
Right, exactly, when he left the race. But I have no hesitation to vote for Nikki Haley. I was teetering toward the end anyway a bit.
Why?
I don't know. Electability. It's, I think what they can carry in the general election as far as, the House, the Senate, and everything else, there's I think a lot of Trump voters may not even vote if he's not the nominee. I mean, they're Trump voters. They're not necessarily Republicans or conservatives. I mean, most are, but I'm just saying that I think some of them may just sit it out. I think that's what happened in Georgia.
And here in this primary, though, you're someone who, when DeSantis dropped out, you were not entertaining Trump, right?
No. I'll vote for him in the general election if that's what it comes down to. I did in 2016 and I did in 2020. And I will again if he's the nominee. I was just hoping he wouldn't be the nominee.
Why?
His temperament and his personality and his the baggage that he carries with him, these court cases. I'm not sure that he's done anything wrong, but it's just a lot of stuff always going on around him.
So when you hear Nikki Haley say, and I have to say, you were dedicated because you didn't even get into the event, but now you're here with a Haley sign. But when she says chaos follows Trump, fairly or unfairly, it sounds like that resonates with you.
It does. And to be honest, I like his policies. Foreign policy, the border, the economy. I think everything was much better off 4 years ago than it is now. I can't even imagine another 4 years of Joe Biden. So I'll vote for him again. But I was hoping it would be either DeSantis or Nikki Haley.
I wonder what your breaking point was with the former president as someone who voted for him in 2016 and 2020. What made you even start looking around for someone who wasn't Trump?
I think January 6th, his actions immediately afterwards, he should have denounced that. As soon as he got out of control, he should have been on top of that, and he did. He sat it out for 3 or 4 hours, 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he caused it. I'm not saying that I mean, everybody there that broke the law, I want them all prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I mean, it just was out of control. But he didn't speak against it immediately, which really disappointed me.
Ron, thank you so much for your thoughtful reactions to all of this, and happy voting here in New Hampshire. Thank you for being patient with us. Jose, I'll send it back to you because I do think it's important for us to keep in mind that even though the polling says to us that a majority of DeSantis voters will go to Trump, and of course that makes sense, DeSantis campaigned in Trump's image. At the same time, I am meeting people actively here in real time who are willing to stand in the cold and talk with me about it, about why they're looking for another alternative, even if they're not the folks who may end up in the majority on this.